What's up, y'all? This is Master P. I just want to tell y'all subscribe to PIPERBOY Williams, your verified source of battle rap and entertainment. You heard me?
Listen to me. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk to y'all real quick. Hold on for a minute. Wait a minute. What's that? What you talking about, ARP? I ain't got no money like that. What you talking about? He talking about like Lil Baby's views and all that. Like, I ain't getting no views like that. Shout out. Now, listen. So, ARP ends up doing a blog, and he's kind of dissing blog. You dissing us, ARP. You ain't slick. He talking about bloggers is ignorant and all this. What are you talking about? So, I'm watching, and he's saying, like, so, Remy Ma, she had the pay-per-view, and we all had our thoughts about it, right? So, you know, Hitman Holla and Easy to Block Captain pay-per-view ends up cutting off in the second round when Easy to Block Captain gets into the second round, and we all upset. You know, Vada goes live, I go live, Chris Unbiased, he does like a blog today, and he talks about it, you know, and then Angry Fan, he talked about it. I think he might have talked about it yesterday, I'm not sure. So we all talked about it and showed our disdain for the, you know, the pay-per-view that went on, you know, and some of us kind of, well, me, I kind of jumped up the window. I'm like, Remy! You know, like, kind of like, you know, you got to get this together and all, you know, but then I did a recap earlier today. Before you put out your blog, I did a recap of the Easy to Block Captain and Hitman Holla, right? And then the recap, I'm like, well, you know, I can't really put all the blame on Remy because it's a situation where she contracted people to perform a service for her, right? So she contracted Avocado, Ruin Your Day. She contracted, you know, Rap Grid to all perform a service to that way her event can end up being smooth. So she looked at the culture, what the culture likes, and she did what she was supposed to do by contracting people, right? So I'm kind of saying like it's not entirely her fault, but at the end of the day, this is her business, you know, and she's charging $65 for a pay-per-view, which is in a lot. This ain't like the Pat Stay, you know, situation where we all just gonna donate anyway, you know, because it's Pat Stay. This is a battle, you know, and this is not the first time we've had issues, right? So before we had audio issues, we had, you know, the you know, the video footage wasn't looking good, and we all kind of like on the fence about, you know, whether or not we gonna buy this, you know, the fans in general, and me, I'm kind of like, yo, are we gonna kind of trust this to work right, you know? And she talking about she's gonna get Avocado and all that. So I'm like, you know, I kind of have my reservations about the price, but I'm like, whatever. Let me just go ahead and get it. I get the pay-per-view, and we have another issue. Bro, I'm watching these first of all, this is, you gotta think about this, ARP, right? So we're promised the event's gonna start at a certain time, and it doesn't start till like nearly 2 hours later than when the event is supposed to start. Then the battles happen. And then when you get to certain battles, you're hearing like people talking in the battle, like behind the scenes, and you're hearing all kind of craziness. I'm like, well, I'm kind of letting that go. I ain't saying nothing about it on Twitter, nothing. I'm just kind of letting it go, right? And then we get to the situation, you know, Hitman Holla, his mic is cutting out. He's having problems with his mic. You know, he's into his scheme and his mic. I'm like, what is this? I ain't saying nothing about it. I'm just letting it go, right? I was kind of annoyed with the walk down and all that, you know, but I'm kind of like, you know, let me still promote, you know, talk about it, let all that go, right? Get to the Hitman battle. He having mic issues. Easy's having mic issues. It's like a lot going on. I'm hearing people like a feed of people talking in the back, some white lady talking. I'm like, what is this? They talking about doing their taxes. Why am I hearing you doing your taxes when I'm watching a battle? Wait a minute. H&R Block talking and all, like, what? So you got all this going on, and then the battle just shuts off, you know, and we're all we scrambling to figure out what's going on, and, you know, we getting the error, and everybody's, you know, excited about this battle. We all marketing the battle, talking about, Remy ain't asked me to do it. I just started marketing. I rock with Easy, you know, and Hitman, you know, was one of my favorites at one point in time, so I'm like, let me market this battle. All right, so I'm marketing the battle. I'm talking about it. So people want to hear my opinion on how the event went. Like how the pay-per-view, all this is going on. And I'm seeing a whole lot of traffic coming my way. Yo, what's going on with the pay-per-view and all that? I could hit direct because you said like, I think you trying to say we ignorant. We didn't call people and talk to people and try to figure out what's going on. I don't care about none of that. I could call like direct or something like that and talk to him about it, but I don't care about that. What is he going to say? The stream then stopped. You know what I mean? Or even if I had Remy's number to call Remy, like, what could she say? She hosting, you know, and the stream then stopped. You know, so it's kind of, you know, we kind of upset about it. So we go live and we talk about it. And I think you may have gotten triggered because maybe you have had a situation in the past and we all talked about it and you saying things like, yo, like the, you know, different league owners, we got a different rapport, a different relationship to where, you know, like Hollow the Don, like, you know, I'm hearing from DME Detroit that Hollow the Don is supposed to be battling on KOTD and I had to call Organic and figure it out. We don't care about none of that, ARP, what are you talking about? Shout out, we care about, look, bro, I hear what you saying. You know what I mean? Like you saying like, we should all be like supporting each other and all that. I don't know her like that. That shit, you know what I mean? Like she ain't giving me no free pay-per-view. I had to pay for that. You know what I mean? Like my Tesla take electricity. You know, like, yeah, a lot of us make money on YouTube. We do, but at the same time, we earn a lot of us work too. You know, and whatever, like, you know, even the YouTube money or whatever. Yeah, I can make money back talking about the pay-per-view, but I'm still spending money. Like, it doesn't matter if I have $1 million. You know what I mean? I ain't got that much. If I got $1 million, if I go to Target, you know, and I buy something and it's broke, I'm taking it back. You know what I mean? Or if I buy like a service of some sort, I get something on Amazon and it don't work, I'm taking it back. I'm shipping it back. You know, or if it's a service like a pay-per-view, I'm paying for a pay-per-view, and it's not working, I'm going to have a problem about it. You know, and I don't think that, you know, bloggers, I feel like, I know you kind of you're in the middle of the, you know what I mean? You're on both sides of the fence with it. So you kind of, you are like a blogger, you know what I mean? But you're a league owner. So you kind of see it from her perspective, right? Like she's paying for flights, hotels, you know, the marketing, doing, you know, paying for people to edit the footage and doing all this for the face-offs. That's part of it. When you choose to be a league owner, this is what you signing up for. You know, you got to market the battle. You got to get people interested in the battle. That don't have nothing to do with us as consumers. Like, if I pay for something and it's not that, I'm going to have a problem, especially when we already done seen something. And this ain't going at Remy. Remy, I know you done called him when he was talking. Shout out to you. This ain't, I'm just saying, like, this is multiple times this is going on. You know, so... And I know you saying like, you know, y'all kind of ignorant. Y'all don't know it. Y'all think it is bandwidth and it's not. It's bit rate. It's kind of the same thing in a sense. You know, so it's like whether it's bandwidth or bit rate, I don't care. All I know is whatever it is not working on my computer. And that's what I have a problem with. So yeah, you saying like Rap Grid, they do this for the culture. They're not really concerned about the money. The bottom line with business is money, you know, whether or not, you know, they can perform the bottom line is money. So if they felt like they can't perform both jobs, they should have hit them and been like, yo, we can't do this. This is going to be too much for our servers or too much bit rate or whatever. This is a problem. You know, we can't do, somebody's going to have to move their event or you might have to go with another provider. They had that option. They chose to go along with it, you know, so did they choose to go along with it just to get money from it? You know, or did they like, what was the reason for doing that? Was Remy guaranteed a service? I'm sure she's paying for a service, right? Rap Grid, she don't own Rap Grid. She's paying for a service, more likely. Or they could be just doing her a favor. I don't know. You know, but she's asking for $65 from people. So, you know, if she's asking for $65, she has to have in her mind that she can guarantee people something. You see what I'm saying? So we not getting that. I don't care if it's Remy. I don't care if it's Rap Grid. I don't care whoever it is. I have a problem. You know what I mean? I'm speaking for the fans, the people, you know, me. You know, so you might be speaking for the fans in some aspects, right? And you kind of trying to support Remy right now. I get it, you know, fellow league owners or whatever, but I'm not a league owner. I don't care about that. I know. Did she walk by you? Did you smell that perfume? I smelled it too. It smelled good. Wait a minute. What's that? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, but, you know, a blogger's going to be a blogger. You know, I can't stop angry fan from saying what he wants to say, you know, or Vada or Chris, anybody saying what they want to say. They're going to speak how they feel like speaking, regardless. And if they feel like they're not getting their money's worth or something's going on, this is not a movie. You know, like, it's a different story. Like, if you paying for Netflix or something like that, right? And Netflix servers just go out. Or something happened with the bandwidth or whatever you want to call it, right? Something like that goes out. Well, tomorrow you can just watch it again. This ain't that. This is live. You know, so it's like these battlers can't do this again. You know, and this, you know, people are watching. Their fans are watching. People that probably never watched before are probably watching at their friend's house watching this. Or some people just Hitman Holler fans want to see what's going on. And that happens. And he's been promoting. Everybody's been promoting. Easy got this on his Twitter. Everybody promoting. And this happens. And we're just supposed to keep quiet for the culture? I don't think so. You know, I think things like that, like when URL, this happens with them, we be going off. Like, oh, well, the caffeine, what y'all doing? Y'all messing up. Hire avocado. You know, we be going off. You know what I mean? Like every league, you know, and I know it could be, you know, a problem. It's bothersome when media is talking, but media is covering all aspects of, you know, things. You know what I mean? And sometimes we do cover the negative, but if nobody's saying nothing to her, how's she gonna know that something's wrong? You know, so I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. I'm just a blogger. That's it. I don't have 340 something million views on this video, ARP. Wait a minute. He like, yo, 15 minutes of fame. They got this Hitman and Cassidy video that did 1.2 million views. They making money. I don't have them kind of views talking about Chrome 23. Shout out to Remy. Shout out to Hitman. Shout out to Easy. I ain't getting them. I mean, we make money, you know, but at the end of the day, like the fans, like, were they happy? Like, did you see like the backlash of what was going on Twitter? Like, you know, like, yeah, we don't have to talk about everything. Like, we don't. You know, we could have let that slide, but I don't know her. Like, I had to pay for that. You know, shout out to Remy. Don't be getting papoose. Chill. Don't be trying to put me in your alphabet bars. Shout out to Remy. We just talking. You know, we bloggers. We talk about what's happening. And what's happening, battle rap as a whole, they felt some type of way when that battle went down. We had to wait until the battle was over. And then, like, she ended up, like, posting the second round. And then we ended up watching everything later. I didn't even know if Miss Hustle and shooting was about to happen. You know, none of that. And then finally people like, oh, the battle's going down. I click on it. Shoonie choking. I'm like, what is this? Not dissing Shoonie. I'm just saying that's the part I clicked on. Shout outs. You know, so I don't know. You know what I mean? Shout out to you. I get it. You know what I mean? It's content. Go back and forth. Maybe somebody else will say something. I don't know. You know, but in my personal opinion, I don't care what the reason is. I ain't get what I paid for. You know what I mean? But shout out to Remy. Shout out to everybody. But I'm out. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about. Talking about my Tesla. Don't be talking about my Tesla, ARP. Don't be talking about my Tesla. Wait a minute. But I'm out. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace. Real quick, before I get out of here, I want to ask this question, right? Fans I've seen pose this question, and I'm curious about this as well. So since, let's just call that company Battle Rap Grid. Like, this is what the name is, you know, for legal purposes. Since they didn't have the capability really, you know, to pull off two big events, You know, maybe they have the capability, you know, but looks like they didn't have the capability to do it. I ain't say nothing negative about the Pat Stay event. That's about Pat Stay. I ain't say nothing negative about that. Whatever happened with the story, I ain't say nothing about that. But if Battle Rap Grid, you know, if they can't provide a clean experience, you know, for multiple events on the same day, and people, because you were saying like in your blog, you know, people sometimes they can't move their dates and stuff like that, and if they're still doing something that they not really capable, you know what I mean, of doing, that's kind of irresponsible for Battle Rap Grid. You know, so, you know, and then, you know, you got leagues and their businesses are on the line, you know, with the fans, you know, having that, you know, believing that the companies can pull off a pay-per-view. Should we just shut up about it or continue to have like streams that have problems and ruin the consumer confidence? Should we say something about it? Shut up about it? You know what I mean? I don't know. You know, I don't think we should shut up about it, but there's a lot of different pay-per-view providers. Are they too expensive? Like, what's the issue? You know, maybe they need to think about that. You know what I mean? But I'm out. Come rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. ARP shooting at us. Shout out to ARP. You know, I think you mean well, you know, but at the same time, you know, we speak for the fans. You know, a lot of times, you know what I mean? Sometimes we speak for ourselves, but a lot of times we speak for the fans. You know, but I'm out. Come rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace.